every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
Alexander Ford Lincoln, Yuma's 2025 Best New Vehicle Dealer and locally owned, is celebrating America's 250th along with Ford Motor Company. Take advantage of American value for American values. Employee pricing event where you pay what we pay. Shop a great selection of Ford and Lincoln vehicles Yuma loves, backed by service you can trust. Enjoy free mobile service, convenient pickup and delivery, and a warm, friendly atmosphere. Experience the difference with employee pricing at BillAlexanderFord.com or 801 East 32nd Street in Yuma.
All right, we're back. I guess I should unmute myself. So, like I was saying, today's been a shit show. It really has, between everything. So, all right, I came on to give you guys one more update. And yeah, did you know sign language? You guys be able to read all that? So, what I was saying is, congratulations to everyone that finished so far. We got a couple finishers. It looks like Luke McMillan is going to be your unofficial winner. Alan Impudia is going to be unofficially second, and Andy McMillan, Bryce Menzies are going to be unofficially third. So that is first, second, and third. And that is what we know. Now, anyone else that's going to finish, we're not going to know what their times are going to be. I was just saying that because of that massive bottleneck that was over on the summit, we don't know anyone's real time. They're going to have to look at every single car's Stella that was stopped over there. They're going to have to see how long they were stopped and then give time credit accordingly. So the guys that were stopped there in the beginning are going to get a lot of time credit. The guys that were stopped there towards the end are going to get a little bit of time credit, but we're not going to know, because if you look over at the score official timing, which is right here, we're not going to have any idea on anyone's real time, because this is just going off of elapsed time, has no time credits involved in there. Even Justin Lofton. So Justin Lofton right here, he came in with a 10:13, right? Well, he was stopped over there. He was one of the ones that was stopped over there for a long time. So how much of a time credit are they going to give Justin Lofton? I don't think he's going to get an hour time credit, because I don't think he was stopped there for an hour, but I mean, he would be the winner if they gave him over an hour and 3 minutes, right? So he's not, obviously he wasn't winning the race when he stopped over there. So this is going to be really tough. It's going to be one of those weird races where I don't know. I don't think we're ever really going to know who actually would have won if everything went perfect, because it didn't go perfect. So Luke McMillan is your unofficial winner right now, and that is what we know. So there you go. That's what I got for you guys. So we're not going to know anybody else's official times really for the rest of the day. The only thing that what about the racers that helped the motorcycle rider? Yeah, all those people over there. That's what I was talking about. And anybody that was there helping them and stopped in that bottleneck is going to get a time credit. It's just how long of a time credit are they going to get? We're not going to know until they actually physically can look at their Stella and their tracking devices that were on the car to see how long they were stopped for. So that's what they're going to have to figure out and see who gets a time credit and how much. So obviously Justin Lofton is going to be the first person that gets a time credit because he was the first person to stop there. Him, Householder, everyone else that was there helping for a long time, they will get credit for that, but we don't know how much time. So it's going to be a mess trying to figure out who's going to get what time credit. So Justin Lofton will be much faster than this 10 hours and 13 minutes that you see right there. How much? I don't know. Anyone's guess. Is he going to beat Bryce Menzies and Allen and Pudia? I don't think so. They're not going to give him more than an hour and 3 minutes credit, which he would need to beat him. He wasn't stopped there that long, I don't think. So, yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. That's why I said the rest of the race, it's there's not much for me to tell you guys because I don't know who's the winner in any of these classes. No, nobody does. I mean, Trey Gibbs is our leading spec truck right now, right? So our lead spec truck, he was stopped in the mess. Is he beating the 212? Or is the 212 beating him? Like, was the 212 going to get more of a time credit? I don't think so because the 215 was in front, right? So in theory, he's probably going to win. But if the 212 catches up to him right now and passes him, is he still going to win? We don't know. So none of the rest of the results for the rest of the day are going to be official, or they're going to be unofficial for a long time. So I can't tell you guys who's winning what class. I can only show you guys on the tracker right here, which you guys can go and do yourself. So there's not much more point in me doing more updates after this throughout the day. Justin Lofton just finished. You can see Adam Householder. He's there. The 1L is coming in, so that's going to be your lead legend truck. I do know the 1L is going to win, though, so there you go. The 1L is going to win because there's not another L in here that's going to get as much credit as the 1L does. So the 1L will be your winner if they can make it to the finish all the way. What mile was that at? It was at mile 323 or 324, right past it. So like 324 basically is where that bottleneck was, and it was almost an hour, I would say, that some of those guys were stopped there. So it's gonna add to all that. That's why you see all these guys all bunched up right here. Like look at everybody. Everyone's all bunched up. There was over like 30 cars that were stopped there in that bottleneck by the time they started moving again. Brock Heger was where's Brock Heger at? He's up here somewhere. Here he is. So Brock was the first UTV there. He didn't get stuck there too long. So Brock is going to get a little bit of a time credit, but it's not going to be a lot. So some of these other guys that are behind him, like Brandon Sims, I don't think he ever got caught in it. So Brandon Sims isn't going to get a time credit. So we will kind of know some of these classes because if Brock wins, we know he's going to be the winner. No one else behind him is going to get a time credit much to beat him. So if Brock does come and wins, he's going to stay the winner probably most likely. So yeah, so you guys can try and figure all that out on your own. I'm not even going to try to figure out who's winning any classes anymore. What I'll do for the next 5 minutes or so, if any of you guys want to see where anybody is, or you want a class update as far as just like running order, let me know. I'll do a couple updates for you guys here before we sign off. But then that's going to be it for our Baja 500 updates. Brock is leading the open class. We can look at the rest of the open class. So open class, we got Brock Eager up front. We got Brandon Sims in second. We got Dallas Gonzalez in third. That's the second time Dallas Gonzalez has been running in third because remember he finished third at San Felipe. So Dallas Gonzalez third. We got Ethan Groom fourth. We got Joe Tirana fifth. I think he's changing a belt or something right now. So Joe Tirana's down at, that's why you see 0 miles an hour. Hopefully he's going again soon. Mitch Guthrie moving along. So he's about to get around Joe if Joe can't get going. Mitch Guthrie's there. And then Wayne Matlock. And then we got Sebastian Marquez. We got Caden McCachran. He's getting worked on right now. You guys saw him on the live feed. He had a problem. They're working on his car right now, so he'll get going again soon. Mike Caffro back there. We got Doug McLaughlin. Parker Christensen at 0 miles an hour. That's not good. I think Parker came across the crossover too because I saw him on the blue line. So I don't know if he got lost or what happened there, but I'm pretty sure Parker took the Sportsman shortcut for some reason. So I don't know what happened there. Herman Johnson, good to see them still going. Oscar Alvarez, David Placenta, Cole Christian at 0 miles an hour. Ooh, on the Molina section, that's not too much fun. He's right past there, 346. That's ugly. Thomas Purcell and Mike Pratt moving along. So that is a look there. What do you guys want to see? Caden Wells. Okay, we can show you Caden. He's in the force induction class. That's one I was going to do next anyways. He's winning. There you go. Caden Wells out front. No surprise. Caden and Emma. Now it's Emma Wells. Congratulations to them. They just got married recently. It used to be Emma Cornwall. But Emma Wells and Caden Wells are currently leading in that class. You got Trey Sprinkle there. Alan Alexander there. That's your 1, 2, 3. Fourth is Ivan Ramira, and then Marcos is going to be fifth. That is there. We got some more back here, Edgar Garcia. So that's a look at your Pro UTV force induction. Let's go look at the Pro Stock UTV class. This is a big one. Oh, Craig Scanlon. Okay, he was back. Remember, he was like 6th or 7th when we checked earlier. He's out front now. Got a pretty big lead. Him and Justin Morgan were driving this race. So good on Craig. He's right there, UTV stock class leader. Second place, we got Andy Chavez. Then we got Josh Rowe is going to be third. And then we got Manuel back here is going to be fourth. Fifth and sixth is going to be Scott back there. So there's a look at your leaders in the Pro Stock class. The Pro NA class right here, we got Ricardo Torres. Then we got Joe Bolton and then Lawrence Janeski. That is 1, 2, and 3 in the Pro NA class. 1, 2, 1600. We got 1 and 2 right there. We got Ezra Eberts leading the class, and then Daniel Goodrich at 0 miles an hour in second place. Hopefully they can get going soon again. And class 1, yep, we can look at class 1. Did we have a finisher yet? I don't think so. No. Okay, so this is remember what I told you guys earlier? I haven't checked on class 1, and I may have to go back and clip one of my first updates today, because what did I tell you guys? I told you guys that the 168 would probably stay out front unless they had a problem. I'm going to assume that the 168 had a problem now, and look at who is winning class 1. It is Lauren Healy in one of the Ford RTR cars. No surprise at all that he is winning. I knew this was going to happen. I put money on it at the beginning of the race. I told you guys that one of these cars was most likely going to win. He's not at the finish yet, obviously. Anything can happen, but there you go. I am not surprised to see Lauren Healy out front in class 1. Cody Reed is still moving behind him, but Lauren started way back. Remember, they didn't qualify. He probably has like 20 minutes or something like that on Cody Reed. I'd have to look at the official order, but he started at least probably 20 minutes behind him because he started at the back of the pack. Maybe not quite 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, but he started behind him. So if he finishes in front of him, he wins. So that's 1 and 2. Brennan Gaughan looking good with the 42s in third. And then we have Vaughn Gittin. What do you know? Look at that. 4th place and making his way up. Oh, it just updated. He's actually right behind. Look at that. He's actually closer to Brennan. He might get third. He's got him on time for sure because Brennan qualified. So Vaughn Gittin Jr. is definitely third. He's at 0 miles an hour, but that's going to be a pit right there. So that's going to be their last pit on the road. So right now you have the two 4,400 cars running first and third on time in class 1. Not surprised at all. I knew this would be a perfect course for them. They're kicking butt on this course. That's cool. Good for them. Unfortunately, Wilson's out of the race. They lost the transmission, so the 138 is out of the race. But that's a bit of a bummer. So that's a look at class 1. The other, what is the next class 1 back here? Rob Archibald is back there. So yeah, pretty much Lauren Healy just has to get it to the finish line, and he's going to get himself a win down in Baja. So that is going to be pretty big. I know Ford's probably going to be all over that. So them, and then Cody Reed. Anything can happen still. They're not at the finish line. Anything can happen, but not surprised to see that. So Fun Haver having fun. Yeah, they are. They're running first and third. I wouldn't be surprised if Vaughn gets around Brennan Gaughan too. I don't know who's in Brennan's car right now. I think it's Brendan because he was doing the summit, so he's probably driving to the finish. But Vaughn Gittin, if he gets on it here, he might get around Brendan. He's got more. He doesn't have more top speed, I don't think, but I'm trying to think. This is a little tight and technical through here. He's got 4-wheel drive. I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to pass the 162 before the finish line physically. He's beating him on time right now, but he might be able to physically get in front of him. All right, let's go look at class 11 for one last time. So class 11, they're way back over here. They're just on the crossover road right now. So class 11s, look at it. We got a good battle in class 11. Look at this. We got Christopher Clearman is in first, but he's only about 1 mile, exactly 1 mile in front of Eric Sloranzo in the 1111. So that's a real good battle between the two. And then the third one, not that far behind him. Look, I don't even have to zoom out that much. Right here on the highway. Only about, what is that, 10 miles? He's at 205 and 213. Yeah, 10 miles. 10 miles behind him. We got 3 class 11 cars all running, all within 10 miles of each other. So super cool to see class 11 out there battling it out still. And yeah, I think that's about it. I think we covered pretty much all the classes that have a couple people in them. Motos finished earlier. Yeah, that's it. The rest, 1, 2, 1600. Did we look at them? Yeah, we did. Eberts is up there. Yeah, that's pretty much everybody. Class 7, we got 2 in class 7. I guess I can show you class 7 real quick. Where are they? There they are. Okay, they're over here on the summit. So we got Dan Shamley in second, and we got Richard Faint in first. So 1 and 2 are right there. Not too far apart from each other. So pretty good battle between those two possibly going on. And yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I think that's going to conclude it for our race coverage this time. Sorry, the race got a little bit screwy there for a little while. We had to wait for a little bit for some updates. We had a couple code reds, and we definitely want to send a shout out to everyone that was involved in those code reds. I know there's a couple people that are in the hospital right now, and it's not good all the way around. But definitely, our thoughts are with everybody. We hope that everybody that can is able to make a full recovery from it. The helicopter that went down, everyone's okay. They're in the hospital. A couple, or one of them is at least, but it sounds like they're going to be okay. So then there was a couple different accidents. There was the bike rider that went down. Our thoughts are with them and with their family. And then the local sounded like a local versus a pre-runner. And at least a couple people were hurt from there and taken to the hospital as well. So not a totally clean race, unfortunately, this time. But it is Baja. These things happen down here. That's kind of why a lot of people go down to Baja, is for the adventure. And anytime there is adventure, there is also a danger involved with it. So everybody going to the race knows that. But for the most part, try and be as safe as you can always when you're down there. I was really stoked to see when the bike rider went down that the response that came from the racers that were right around him. Everybody kind of banded together. They all did the right thing. Lofton and Householder and that whole group, Cameron and everybody that was over there, Harley, all those guys that were over there. They all kind of got together and got a plan, and they made sure the bike rider was taken care of correctly. So that was good to see. It's always good. Off-road racers are good people. So that's it. That's it for our updates, our coverage. Score has a feed that's going down at the ramp in town. It wasn't the live feed that they just had with the whole show on. They have a separate YouTube feed where it's just the ramp camera and then the interviews. You can hear Rat and Dave Arnold doing the interviews. So I'm going to turn that on my TV up here and watch that the rest of the day. We're going to keep doing a couple updates for some of the people that we have tracking, and then that'll about do it for us. But big shout out to Method Race Wheels. They're our title sponsor all year, like they have been for the last couple years. We couldn't do it without their help. VP Racing over here, actually on this side, VP Racing Fuel, Fox Shocks, Baja Designs. People are going to need their lights today. If you're not finished in the next hour and a half, you're going to need your lights. Jeff Alford Distribution, big thanks to them. Camberg and Magnaflow. Let's see, there we go. Camberg and Magnaflow, thanks for coming on board this year. Monster Energy, you're going to need some of those tonight. Alexander Ford, hopefully those guys keep going. They have a good race going, hopefully. And then Baja Bound, big thanks to, where are they over here? Baja Bound, thanks to them for all their helpful information for people crossing the border. When you guys go to Baja, make sure you get your insurance from Baja Bound. That's what they do. They sell Mexican insurance. They're also really good people. They're easy to get a hold of if you ever have a problem, anything like that. They support the off-road industry. They're racers themselves. So it's pretty cool that Baja Bound stepped up to put out some videos and how-tos and everything to how to cross the border using the new thing, how to get your FMM, all that. So it was pretty cool. So good, big thanks to all of them. BF Goodrich Tires, everybody else that, let's see, who's on our other backdrop here? Everybody, we always give a shout out to everybody. I think we covered everybody. Yeah, BFG Tires, winners of the race unofficially. Luke McMillan, first overall on BFGs. So that's pretty cool. And VP Race Fuel Fox Shocks, like we said. There we go. I think we covered it all, and that's it. All right, we'll see you guys next race. And as far as I know, oh yeah, so some of you guys are saying, is someone hit the motorcycle? As far as I know, nobody hit the motorcycle. It sounded like there was heat stroke or something like that going on, but that is what we know. That's why everybody stopped there to try and help the rider. It was an older gentleman in the 50+ class, and it sounds like it may have been something internal, something like that. Just we don't know. Obviously, we'll leave that up to the medical officials to handle all that. But yeah, that's our race this time. Unfortunately, things happen in Mexico, like we said. We never like to see it, but from time to time, things do, and that's the risk that we take when we go down there. But hopefully, everyone else stays safe the rest of the race. No more code reds. That would be a good thing. Everybody get to the finish line and do all that. All right. we will see you guys for the wrap-up show. We'll try and do it in a week or two. We'll have the winners, like we always do, from a couple different classes on. We'll try to get the top 3 on. We'll get the scoop. We definitely want to hear what was going on some of these gnarly sections. And that finish between Luke and them, we're going to have them on and hear about that between Andy and them driving at the end. That was insane. All right. We'll see you guys in a couple.